But our team did a lot of great things. Toby Lawal was probably his best game in a Hokie uniform. Jaden Shute played better today than he did on Wednesday. I thought he was pretty good on Wednesday. Better shot selection. You know, I thought we did, by and large, a really good job on a very potent offensive team in Pittsburgh. You know, down the stretch, you know, Coach Capel, pretty easy game. You give the ball to your best player, and he finds a matchup that he likes, and Lowe gets downhill with it. But our team played a good ball game. We led for 30 minutes of that thing. They led for 2, and we lose the game. Need an uptick. Played better now. Play a little bit better and win, and start stringing some things together. Go ahead.
Mike, 2:44 to go. Toby makes those 2 free throws
Yep.
to give you a 4-point lead,
Yep.
but just 1 point the rest of the way. What
Yep.
made it so hard to close this one out?
Well, he changed some coverages, Mark, and did a nice job. I thought you know we didn't handle a couple of things. Couldn't get to an action. You know, and they're good. You know, so he stoned us a little bit, and that's on me. I own that.
You shot well. You guys shot well in the first half. Second half, it was only down at 33% from the field. They only made 2 threes in the second half. What made that a tougher shooting second half?
Well,
for
I
you?
thought, Mark, that the ball moved, and I thought we had some really good actions. We really hurt them with a couple of things that we have run around here for a long time, and they changed the coverage up. We were going into the post with regularity in the first half. You know, backing in, come off a staggered handoff and throw it back and put it in. They started fronting that. We've seen that before. Just didn't execute it nearly as well as we needed to.
Mike, Coach Capel said that your guys' physicality really threw him off in the first half. What did you like about your defense and kind of the way?
David, I thought we were physical. I was a little surprised, to be frank, David, that they shot 46%. But I thought we played really, really hard. I thought we were very physical. Tyler Johnson's growing up here on both ends of the floor. Got a couple of shots down tonight. Looked a lot more comfortable out there. The physicality piece of it is a big deal and hasn't always been evident in our first 9 games. But and you better be physical against Pittsburgh. They're tough hombres. They are tough people. Really admire their team. Austin's a good player. Lowe, obviously. Leggett. I like the front court in Corin and Diaz. They've got a good outfit. And we'll go. It's a legitimate top 25 team in my estimation.
Lowe, number 15 for them. It seemed like he was just kind of able to get to his stuff down the stretch late. What did you see on those final couple possessions?
He's good. He's really good. He can go both ways. He's a left-handed player, and he wants to get left. He's more explosive out of his left hand. We had done such a great job, and we call it 6 eyes, David. We want the primary ball defender and the 2 guys in those 2 gaps to be looking at the ball and to give the illusion, if you will, the ball handler's not a lot of space, and he can get rid of it and get it to somebody else. But again, when it got tight at that juncture that Mark is referring to, they put it in his hand, found a matchup that they liked with a ball screen, and drove it left hand, got to the basket.
Coach, we saw Toby at the 5 multiple times tonight. What did you see from both that line?
Elijah was a little sick, to be honest. But I think we'll see more of that going along, to be frank. Just more movers. I think Ben Burnham is playing good ball. He had a couple of mishaps during the course of that game, but plays really, really hard and is good on the ball. Got touched up a couple of times tonight. But, you know, we'll see how that shakes out.
Mike, you guys had 17 turnovers in this game. What was Pitt able to do to kind of keep you guys out of rhythm for sections of
Well,
this?
Tim, you can stop somebody at midcourt and get into them, and you kick. You can't play that way. It's just really, really bad basketball. You got to be able to get into the front court and get things initiated. Been doing it a long time, buddy. I'm not sure I've seen that like we've seen here in the last little bit.
And then Tyler Johnson, 8.6 rebounds. You
Good
mentioned
game.
You feel he's starting to grow up. What have you seen from him that is indicating?
It's just
his
more
growth?
comfortable. Young people, Tim, when they're thinking, they're not as fast. Their feet slow down. I see him more comfortable, consequently more aggressive. Consequently, the more plays he sees, the better off he's going to be Thursday, next Sunday, and down the road. He's a really smart basketball player. Eager to please, eager to help this team win, and I do think he is. I hope. Now there's going to be a couple of dips here, as typically is with freshmen, but that experience that he's getting here in the early going is going to be of huge benefit as we move along. I like him.
Mike, obviously you came close to getting a win today. You came close to a W.
Yeah.
What's left to improve upon to get the
It's
W?
an unforgiving game, Mark. It's an unforgiving game. Could make the argument deserve to win against a really, really good basketball team, and I admire Coach Capel a lot. Let's continue to improve. Let's play better on Thursday. Let's keep going. Our teams typically have a real, I hate to use the word uptick again, but an uptick during the exam period, during the Christmas break, and I expect this team to do the same thing.
Where do you still need to see improvement from?
Hey, everything. You can't turn the damn thing over 17 times. That's embarrassing. That's just bad basketball. You got to run through balls, pass the outside hand, things that you learned when you were a junior high player. Mistakes you can't make in any game. Certainly not a game of this magnitude. Your first ACC game. We're doing better with it. I got to continue to do a better job coaching it and demanding it.
You had planned to have an experienced point guard this year. It just obviously didn't work out. How much you just is that? This is just a case of missing a veteran point guard this year.
You continue to get better with the ones that you have, and I thought Brandon played a really good ball game, all in all. Ben had a couple of plays in the first half that bothered me. Give the ball to Patrick Wessler in transition, which is not going to end well, ever. Not Patrick's fault. You don't do that. I just thought Rex Steiner was playing good basketball, but our point guard play has got to be better. That's your quarterback. That's your pitcher in baseball. You've got to be sound in that area. You can't turn the ball over. You got to get the ball in the front court and get your stuff started. And those two guys will.
On Brandon, you mentioned him kind of getting stonewalled a little bit at half court. How do you use those kind of moments and teach it a little bit differently going forward? And what do you kind of tell him after some of those where he kind of just gets picked up at half court and loses control of it?
Maybe not. I can't share with you what I've communicated. You got to get us into the front court safely. We had to do it with a couple others that we've had here. Not Beatty. Beatty was a big, sturdy person. But we call it an escort with a post player. We'll turn and hook it and, come into the front court, which gets us into pace. And here comes the trail four who we take the ball out of bounds with, and now we get it out of his hands. We got it initiated. When we go into our quick actions, David, we're coming out of the lane in the front court, and you got to be sound enough to get by that contact, to get by that pressure, and make the right play.
Last question, Tim.
Mike, got 3 games before Christmas
Yeah.
here against NCAA Navy and then the trip to Philly to take on
Yeah.
St. Joe's. How valuable is that stretch going to be to kind of take those next steps with this young team before the full onslaught of ACC
We need.
play?
It's a good question, Tim. Of critical importance. We certainly proved today what we're capable of. Not that it was great; it was very good in a number of areas. Competed really, really hard. Transition defense was much better today. That's been a real sore spot. We rebounded with the ball well again. Toby and Ben Burnham give me some heartburn on the glass for obvious reasons. But Toby's coming on. So just continue to get better. But these next 3, treat them all. Like the Super Bowl. League play is, going to be upon us here real soon. Good to see everybody. Wish you well. Safe travels home.